At 100 years old, a woman surprises her family with a disturbing secret that had been hidden for decades. Welcome to the channel. So you don't miss a story, it's important that you subscribe and mark the bell. The woman had been living in a nursing home for several years, and her family visited her only occasionally. But one day, the family received a phone call from the nursing home, telling them that the woman had something important to tell them. When the family arrived at the nursing home, they found the woman lying in bed, frail and weak. But her eyes were bright and clear, and she looked as if she had something important to say. "I have something to tell you," she said, in a soft voice. "Something that I've been keeping hidden for many years." The family leaned in, curious and concerned. The woman took a deep breath and began to speak. "When I was a young woman, my family did something terrible. They hurt people, in ways that I can't even describe. And I was a part of it. I was sick, you see, and I didn't know any better. But I'm not sick anymore, and I want to make things right." The family was shocked. They had always suspected that something was off about their family history, but they had never imagined that it could be this bad. The woman continued to speak, her voice gaining strength. "When I was 30 years old, I married a man who was also part of my family. He was as sick as I was, and together we had a child. But I didn't want my child to grow up in that house, with those people. So I ran away with him. I raised him alone, away from all the evil that my family was doing." The caregiver who had been in the room the whole time was stunned. He had heard many stories in his career, but he had never heard anything like this. "Over the years, I've thought a lot about what I did," the woman continued. "I regret everything, but I can't change the past. Now, I'm old and frail, but I don't want to take this secret to the grave. I want my family to pay for their crimes. I want the world to know what they did." The caregiver realized that the woman was crying. He approached her, wanting to comfort her, but didn't know how. "I'll help you," he finally said. "I'll find a way to expose this story, to bring justice to the victims of your family. But for now, you need to rest. You've done enough for today." The woman nodded, still sobbing. The caregiver helped her lie down in bed, and she soon fell asleep, exhausted. The caregiver left the house, thinking about how he was going to expose the woman's story. He knew it would be difficult, but he also knew that it was important. He couldn't allow the crimes of that monstrous family to go unpunished. He didn't know what the future held for him, but he was determined to do whatever it took to bring justice and peace to the victims of that sick family. The woman's story was shocking and disturbing, but he knew that it needed to be told. He knew that it was his responsibility. Thanks for staying this far. Leave your like if you liked the story and comment on what caught your attention the most. See you next.